everyone, welcome to the 15th Annual Burbank International Film Festival. I'm Kambra Potter, and I am here with the co-executive producer and the star of Miracle at Manchester, and of course our star's mama, a very important role as well. How are you feeling right now?
It's a big deal, obviously, huge. We're so blessed that Burbank International Film Festival chose Miracle at Manchester to spotlight on a Saturday evening. Oh my gosh.
I know it was based on your true life story, right?
Yeah. So it was about my story when I got diagnosed with brain cancer. My summer between freshman and sophomore year of high school, the kind of miracle prayer that saved my life eventually, because I didn't have a good chance to make it through. And so that after that prayer, everything changed, and I still have the same mindset. Just stay positive and think positive things.
He was given a 5% chance of surviving his brain cancer, and he was going through an experimental trial in Florida. He lives in San Diego. A Cathedral Catholic High School called him in to basically kind of say, hey, come have a lunch with a couple of your friends. But really what they were saying is, hey, come say goodbye to your friends, because he was the popular athlete at school and the straight A student. They said a prayer. If you go to the website, it's miraclemanchester.org, you can see it. They said a prayer. 1,800 students, 1,800 filled the stadium, all in their red shirts. He was in his white shirt in the middle, and they all prayed over him. A week later, the doctors called, the parents and said, can you come down to the hospital? We've got something to tell you. And they've been telling him the whole time, don't go down to Florida. Keep your child, keep him comfortable till he passes. Because when you have a 5% chance and you've got a golf ball-sized tumor in your head. And so they called him back. They went in and they said they didn't know how to explain it, but the enhancement is at a point where we don't think he has got cancer anymore. And come back in a couple of weeks and take another one, and he was cancer-free.
Yeah, no, it's just a miracle is what it is. And it just shows the power of prayer and the power of community. And, and that's what we're trying to do now. We're trying to pay forward with our Miracle at Manchester Foundation and try to help. He can, share his story and give the people hope that they can survive and make it. And that's what this movie will do as well.
His own foundation, Miracle at Manchester Foundation, miraclemanchester.org. He's given out over 200 Apple iPads to just really deserving children. And the pictures are all on the website. You can see them. He's got videos and stuff. The cool thing, they have they're called Bell when you're chemo-free. They ring the bell. They got the videos of these kids. Oh, it's just incredible. Burbank International Film Festival is unbelievable. They have been so professional, so on the ball. One of the best events I've ever been to. We just grateful that they selected us, and the people and the staff have been so kind. They're phenomenal.
I'm here for Miracle at Manchester. I played the lead, Brycen Newman, in the film. It was great. I got to delve deeply into what it would feel like for my life to be coming to an end, and then to get relief from that.
Was there any moment of production that stood out to you as the most magical or the most memorable, maybe?
It was these scenes in the hospital, having real conversations that he'd had with his father.
Would you say that this is one of the more challenging roles, having to kind of look death in the face as part of your character?
I would say yes, but the crew, everyone involved made it pretty easy on me, so it didn't feel like there was a lot of pressure to really do it. So the exploration felt like anything, like play. They gave me the freedom. Don't live your life the way that other people think you have to. Trust yourself and your imagination and creativity. I ended up going to college after I graduated high school, dropped out to pursue my career in acting. So I was really going by societal pressure rather than doing what I thought was fun.
I'm Erika, Toraya, and I was honored to play the part of Bryce's mom. It was really neat to get to know the real mom and real dad, and Bryce, of course, and to work with the actors who are playing the real characters.
Do you find it more challenging or even more rewarding to recreate a story that's based on a real-life event?
I've done it a couple times. One was with the play I did with Paul Rodriguez, and I was playing a true person who was the agent, his agent. And it was just such a high kind of standard, like how do you really portray that person? And I didn't know her. So still keeping to the writing of who she was and her character, but changing it so I'm not trying to emulate and be exactly her, because I wasn't going to be able to do that. So in this case, I also didn't know the mom. I met her there on set, but I also just knew what the essence was. Obviously, I put myself in a place of being his mom and the concern, the situation, the hope.
We are here for a short drive, and I was one of the lead actresses of the film.
Nice.
Super excited, yeah.
What was the process like for you?
Oh, it was stressful. We went through so many changes in the beginning with the script, but then we finally like nailed one, and it was about maybe 6 hours before shooting. So I was like, oh, we really got to put this to the test. But once we got going, it just felt so natural having like a really good director. My co-star, he was amazing to like play off of, so it went really well. And this was like one of the most like fun characters I've ever got to play, because it's one of those characters that you don't expect. Very similar to like the Joker, things like that. And so I was like, had a lot of fun playing her. We had another festival, and everyone in the audience, they gasped when we hit like one of the pivotal moments of it, and I was like, I did it, guys. I'm gonna take my Oscar now. Thank you. Have a good one. Thank you. And it was just awesome.
Totally surreal moment, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, that's like forever buried in my mind. So if I ever need to be happy or like just grateful, just think back to that. Yeah. Believe in yourself. The only person that's gonna set your limits is you. Think as far in the sky as you possibly can. Like shoot for the moon, and if you don't get it, you'll land among the stars at least. And now I'm here with you fine people, so it looks like I did pretty good.
So Short Drive's it's a student film, kind of explores PTSD and suicide with a little bit of a twist at the end. So it's kind of a nice hopeful film, as we can say. I was a director and writer, and then the little Hitchcockian cameo, at some point in there. So
Yeah. I mean, you got to do. It's your project. You got to like have at least one cameo.
Exactly.
Where was the inspiration from this derived from?
Well, essentially, I just had to write something to get into film school. Unfortunately, I lost my brother to suicide, so I wanted to kind of explore the outlet of having someone to talk to if you're going through hard times. Just kind of give people hope, essentially. Letting people know that there is hope out there, no matter how bad things seem at the time. There is hope out there for everybody.
My film is the reflection of Francisca Newman. Actually, I had someone helping me bring the poster in, and I'm the writer and director of it. So the inspiration came from a lot of places, as any artist, I guess. In my case, right now, it was a point in my life where I was kind of stuck in this kind of artistic block where I wasn't really able to create more. I was kind of like, it was because of COVID, so I found myself in a situation stuck, not really being able to really live, but just to create. And as any artist knows, it's like art doesn't work, there's no life outside. So everything came from there, just from that loop of being just stuck in a moment where not able to see life, just create from inside your head. And it started as a very horrific, it sounds like as a very horrific concept, but it ended up being something a little bit more psychological, more dramatic, more of a dramatic, drama, but yeah, mostly psychological. Thankfully, I found a great crew, but again, I kind of came out of this idea of very perfectionist almost idea and very how things should go at the end. And it never, I mean, as any filmmakers knows, it's never the way you think about it. You're always rewriting the process. Specifically during the production process, it's a new whole story, right? I guess my biggest challenge was to find, the beauty and what I had within my circumstance. My actors and crew and my great actress, she was amazing.
Is there any advice you would give your younger self?
Not to be so scared, to live a little bit more inside my head and really give myself the freedom to create. I was so obsessed with just fitting in and just being able to feel a little bit more normal in so many terms. And it wasn't until I really started to write and create a little bit more, just being surrounded by people who understand that feeling, that I felt free for the first time. So just taking a little bit of pressure off, that's all for sure.
Is this the first time you've been here at Burbank Film Festival?
First time in Burbank, yeah. This is, I think, the 42nd film festival this guy's been to.
42nd?
We're at the end of our run right now. This is based on a friend of mine who died, actually, a long time ago. So this is Davey. It is about 2013, I was making a feature, live action feature starring a friend of mine who I took care of, who had Down syndrome. I took care of him for about 5 years. During the making of the film, he was starring in it. He died during the making of the film, and he had pretty severe dementia and lots of things. So, movie canceled. Didn't think about it for a long time. The start of COVID, I was shooting a zombie feature that I was directing in Hawaii. Everybody got COVID, and we didn't know what it was at the time because it was like February of beginning, and so got really bummed out. And my wife said, when I got back and the film was canceled, she said, why don't you go back to that thing you made about your friend a long time ago, do the first act and make it animated. And I'd never done an animation before, and so I learned how to do felting and made a stop motion thing in my garage for a year and a half.
So you made this guy?
Yep. This is the first time I've ever done it. So
Can you hold it up for the camera? That is incredible. How long did it take you to make him?
Him, like a week.
Tim Burton is coming tomorrow. Are you going to be at the awards gala?
Yeah.
How does that feel knowing that you have created a stop motion, film? Is that kind of surreal?
Yeah, I think that it'd be cool if he saw it, but other than that, there's not really much I can say. But yeah, watch it, Tim. I don't know. It'd be great.